Now today we're going to be helping you to step up from running 5k to 10k.
Yeah, you may well have a 10k run on the horizon, so we're going to be taking you through what you need to complete it step by step.
When you first start running, everything is geared towards the 5k. And even though it can be a struggle to run 5 minutes, let alone 10 minutes, before you know it, you're running 5k without stopping.
But what happens next? You've mastered the 5k, so now we're on to the next challenge, the 10k. But the idea of doubling the distance for something that you've worked so hard to conquer previously can seem quite daunting.
Yeah, and the 10k race is a really fun and rewarding distance to train for. It's not going to take over your life, but you're going to see some huge improvements in your fitness through that process. But before we give you a training plan, here are our tips for progressing to the 10k distance.
Building up to a 10k can take time, so try not to do too much too soon and rush ahead with things. If you'd set out trying to run too far, too soon, you could not only run the risk of an injury, but also shattering your confidence and enjoyment of running altogether.
Training for a 10k can be achieved in 3 or 4 runs per week, but do make sure that you're leaving enough time in between those sessions so you can recover, repair and adapt. As that 10k approaches, your training is going to start tapering off in frequency and in duration so that you're feeling as fresh as possible come race day. So don't be tempted to squeeze in extra runs or more time on your feet. If you follow this plan, you are going to be ready. Trust us.
And there's also no harm in adding an alternative form of cardio work to your current training plan. This is not only a great way of mixing things up and making your training a little bit more interesting, also allows your muscles time to recover and also reduces the risk of injury if that is something you're prone to. And swimming and cycling are great examples of this where less impact is involved.
So easy to neglect your body when you're training for a 10k, but make sure that you stay on top of your stretching. We always advise stretching your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings and your calves when your muscles are warm. Now not only is this going to help to prevent injury, but it's also just going to make running all that more enjoyable.
And something you're going to see popping into our plan each week is a long run. And we really do try recommending to fit in at least 1, if not 2, longer runs per week. This is just a great way of building up that muscular and cardiovascular endurance ready for your 10k. Well, on that note, let's run you through a tried and tested training plan. Now, this plan is designed for beginners simply looking to complete 10 kilometers comfortably. That said, by following this plan and building things up gradually, you may end up actually surprising yourself with how well and how comfortably you complete 10 kilometers by the end.
Yeah, so we have put together an 8-week training plan with 3 sessions per week, which we've scheduled for Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, leaving Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays as your rest days. Of course, you can rejig that session structure to fit whatever schedule you have, but do be sure to leave enough time for recovery so that you can be ready for those runs. And in fact, you're going to be able to download a link to a PDF of this training plan, which is down there in a link in the description below this video just now.
So in week 1, our first session on Tuesday is a simple 30-minute easy run, but feel free to jog walk throughout this if you like. Keep it to a nice conversational pace if possible. On Thursday, another 30-minute easy run at a similar pace, and then we'll finish the week with a longer target distance run on the Sunday. This week we'll start with just 3 kilometers, still at an easy pace, and try to keep running throughout the whole distance. Week 2 will also consist of a 30-minute easy run on both Tuesday and Thursday, but this week we'll bump the Sunday run up slightly to 5 kilometers. Week 3 starts with another 30-minute easy run on Tuesday, but on Thursday we'll introduce an interval session. This is just 20 minutes in total, consisting of a 6-minute easy run to warm up, then into 8 minutes continuous as 20 seconds hard running, followed by 40 seconds easy running, and then 6 minutes easy running to warm down, and then rounding out the week with another 5k easy run on the Sunday. Week 4, an easy 40-minute run on Tuesday, 30-minute easy run on Thursday, and then a 6-kilometer easy run on Sunday. Week 5, an easy 40-minute run on Tuesday and a 30-minute interval run on Thursday. This time, do a 10-minute warm-up, 5 lots of 1 minute hard, followed by 1 minute easy, and then finishing with a 10-minute warm down. Then we're going to up the Sunday long run to 7 kilometers, nice and easy. Week 6, an easy 30-minute run on Tuesday, a 40-minute easy run on Thursday, and then a longer 8-kilometer run on Sunday. And then for week 7, we have a 40-minute easy run on Tuesday and then a 40-minute interval run on Thursday. Now for this interval run, we want to start with a 10-minute warm-up and then into a continuous 8 minutes as 20 seconds hard, followed by 40 seconds easy. Jog for 4 minutes after that 8 minutes and then try to repeat that same 8-minute block again. But don't worry if the pace falls off a little, just try to keep the effort there. And then warm down for 10 minutes nice and easy. Then to finish the week with a slightly shorter long run, as we are just a week away from the 10K. This week, we're just going to do a 6-kilometer run on the Sunday. And then into week 8, which is race week, we have a 30-minute easy run on Tuesday, 20-minute easy run on Thursday, and then it's time for the big dance at the weekend.
So there it is. That is your training plan for stepping up from 5K to 10K. And don't forget, there is a link to the PDF for this plan in the description below. So we'd suggest that you print that out and stick it up somewhere at home where you can see it every day.
Yep, best of luck to you. And don't forget, you can like this video and subscribe to the channel if you don't do so already. Do that by just clicking on the globe on screen right now. But if you've been watching this and in actual fact need to focus on actually running a 5K first, well, we do have a video for 5K for your first time. Watch that by clicking just down here.
And if you want to see a video about how to choose a running shoe, you can find that here.